So here's what he's saying. This is kind of what we like to do, okay? We like to take sin and we like to train it. We like to tame it. We like to domesticate it. We like to hide it. We think we control it. We like to fondle it. We like to do all of those things when we are really strongly deceiving ourselves against the dangers that it brings in our life. And I'll get to that in a moment. Here's some pastor transparency with you guys. One of my favorite shows to watch is When Animals Attack. All right, this is when animals attack humans. Okay, so that might make me just a little bit messed up that's me, especially when I find myself rooting for the animal, okay? So I'm watching this, and what happens many, many times, if you've seen the show, many times the owner or the human has been, they start to get interacting with the animal, and the animal becomes almost domesticated. Before it attacks, they think it's humanized, and they can train it, they can put it on a leash, and they're just caught off guard when it actually does something, and they don't understand that it's actually just an animal. All right, and it's just, they think they have it under control, and it's very dangerous. So here's this one episode I was watching, and it's this lion trainer, all right? And this lion trainer, and he's got this lion, this big majestic lion, and his name is Ken, all right? Yes, the lion's name is Ken. I have no clue why. It has nothing to do with the sermon. But his name is Ken, and this guy loved this lion. He trained the lion. The lion was in movies, and documentaries and those kind of things, and he humanized this animal. I mean, he really loved this animal more than humans, all right? Pet lovers. I'm not going to get into this right now, but there's a creative order that man ranks always higher than an animal, all right? I'm not chasing that right now. You guys figure that out. But there's a creative order. They were humanizing this animal and just kind of thought it was a pet. Domesticated, they're friendly, and all of these things. So here's what he does. He goes to a red carpet premiere of one of the movies that the lion is in. And he comes in, and this guy's crazy already, but he comes in and he has a chain around the lion's neck, leashing a lion. All right? And there's paparazzi, and they've got cameras and photos, and they're taking snapshots. And the lion's literally walking down the red carpet, all right, like a human. A safe human. And all these people are just kind of taking pictures, chilling out. And that's already crazy, okay? If I brought a lion in here on a leash today, everybody would flee. All right, it's crazy. So they're walking along. He's just kind of, I got this, man. And all of a sudden, the lion goes after this man's leg like it's a gazelle. He latches on it, and he grips it, and his teeth are sinking into it, and he's tearing this guy's legs to shreds. I mean, he's ripping it over and over and over again. They interview everyone after. What do you think they said? I can't believe he did that. Ken. I thought we were cool. Ken, I loved you. He was like a human. He was one of us. Why would you do that, Ken? A lion is an apex predator. It does two things. It kills things and thinks about killing things, all right? And that's just what it did. It got hungry and it attacked. Its desire was to kill, all right? And it lured him into thinking he had control over it. And that is exactly what we do with sin. We put it on a chain. We walk it. We try to domesticate it. I've got it under control. It's a pet. It's not going to hurt me. It's under my dominion, my reign, when in actuality, it is taming you, and you are not taming it. And in a moment, it will turn on you and latch its teeth in you, and it will rip you to shreds. It does this like this. Marriage. You start to, a spouse, a husband, wife starts to engage in seeking out the desires of someone in a fantasy instead of reality with their husband and with their wife. Seek it and it destroys. Marriage gets tore up by adultery. Financial problems. You start to pursue the desires of your heart and you accumulate possessions. You go into debt. Sin ripping you apart. Marriages destroyed, relationships destroyed, job loss, sin kills. A greater love for food than God, and it turns into an unhealthy response in our own bodies. It tears us up. That's a conviction that I have. Over and over again. Sexual immorality. You step outside the confines of God's gift of sex, and you start to do things outside, and then what happens? Sexually transmitted disease, divorces, marriages are torn up, families are torn up. That's what sin does. And then we turn around and we say, oh, I didn't know it would do that. I never saw it coming. I can't believe it's doing this. I thought I had it under control. I thought I had domesticated this thing. And you are being led to the slaughter. It will seek you. It will destroy. And that's why Paul is speaking with such a passionate language of killing, mortifying the sin and not taming it. You don't look at the lion the sin is an apex predator, all right? And you don't look at the lion and smack it on the nose and say, bad lion, bad sin. You stop doing that, right? You get on top of the lion and you choke the life out of it. You don't starve it, you starve it to death, all right? If you're a PETA lover in here, I'm not talking literally, all right? You don't kill the lion. Killing sin, you eradicate it from everything and you want to kill it. You're either an enemy of sin or you're an enemy of God. There is one or the other. Are you at odds with your sin or are you at peace with it?